As we are continuously learning about communication skills, how to communicate with other people, in this video we are going to discuss where was the first post established. Soon after the invention of script, whenever the commanders of armies wanted to convey written messages, messengers and riders were sent with the messages. This was the beginning of the postal system. Every 5 to 10 kilometers, stations were built for spending the night, so that the messengers and the horses could take rest. Such a messenger system was also used by the ancient Egyptians around 5000 years ago. After the downfall of the Roman Empire, the messenger system was forgotten. It was developed again only after the medieval ages. Today, postage stamps, airmail, and a mail horn are clear to almost everyone as a symbol of the post. What does post mean? The word post comes from the Latin word posita, which means to find. During the time of the Roman ruler Julius Caesar, tied horses could be exchanged for fresh ones at defined places, called post stations. A few years after Caesar's death, the Emperor Augustus introduced a widespread forwarding system, which could be used only by the nobles and the officials. The goods that were forwarded were also interesting: money, construction materials like marble, and wild animals from Africa for the gladiator games. How did marathon race in the Olympic Games get its name? There is a Greek legend regarding a messenger and the way he ran a long distance. When the Persians landed with the ships in the Greek coastal city of Marathon in 490 BC, an army of Athenians defeated them. According to the legend, the messenger Phidippides was dispatched to Athens to give them this good news. He could not ride his horse on the 40-kilometer stretch between Marathon and Athens because it was very mountainous. So he ran all the way. It is said that he reached Athens with the victory message and then fell down dead. In 1896, a race with a similar distance was included in the Olympic Games as the marathon race. Who invented the postage stamp? Until the 17th century, the person who received the letter paid the postal charges. This was supposed to motivate the messengers to deliver the mail in reliable and timely fashion. But managing so many receipts became impractical. Lord Rowland Hill made a proposal to the British government to paste the receipt on the letter in the form of a stamp. This was approved by Queen Victoria, who was the queen at that time. Therefore, her picture is there on the first postage stamps, the penny black stamps, which were sold starting from 1840. Since when were messages sent by airmail? In 2500 BC, pigeons were used to send messages in Egypt. This was probably the first airmail in the German-French War of 1870-71. A combination of flying machines and pigeons was used. When the Germans occupied Paris, the French smuggled not only mail but also carrier pigeons from the occupied city in hot air balloons. Pigeons could Pigeons could then return with new messages unnoticed by the Germans. Today, airmail is normal and essential for the world, especially in areas that are difficult to reach by road, such as places in Alaska. Why is post horn a symbol of the post? The Incas in America had already established a postal system with fixed post offices since the 13th century. If one wanted to send a message, it was conveyed to the messengers at the stations by blowing a trumpet. In Germany, the butchers were the first ones to announce their arrival in the market by signaling with their horns. These instruments were made from the horns of the butchered animals. When the family of Thurn and Taxis established a closely networked postal system in Europe around 1500. They took over the tradition of announcing themselves with a horn. Moreover, the coachmen of postal carriages could ensure that the other travelers would give way by sounding the horn. Did you know that since 1893 the mail is delivered by a postal ship in the villages and cities along the coast of Norway? The most expensive and the rarest stamp in the world was auctioned in 1996 for around 1.8 million euro. This was a misprint in color of Swedish postage stamp dated back 1885 with the name Tree Skilling Banco. The glue on the rear side of the postage stamp was applied manually by a brush earlier. Thank you so much.